Alright, we're live. I think. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, leave a comment, jump in the chat. What's going on? A lot of traffic happening. Sitting next to a graveyard. How appropriate. I want to talk about Doomsday's cults. Doomsday. Doomsdays? I guess that they believed in quite a few of them. And why don't we have Doomsday cults anymore? Notice that? They were all the rage in like the 70s, 80s, 90s. The thing that we're missing nowadays is a good Doomsday cult. I think really, like we haven't had one. We got cults. MAGAs, the Russell Brandians, the Jared Letoians, I guess 30 seconds to Marsians. So I mean, we got some cults, but no Doomsday cults. And if you don't know about Jared Leto's cult, they all go to a private island and wear white robes and worship Jared Leto. Very appropriate for who he is. Fucking nut. But the historically prominent cults in history were the Branch Davidians out of Waco, the People's Temple, Jim Jones, and all of them in Ghana, or I don't know where they were, Congo. And the Manson family, technically, they list as a Doomsday cult. I put the link to a blog briefly describing each, the four prominent ones, so you can read more about them. I don't know if you're too young, if you missed this, but when I was growing up in the 90s, it felt like every weekend there was a new Doomsday cult. Maybe the internet eradicated Doomsday cults. Maybe that's what happened. They could look stuff up. As soon as you get it informed, you're like, oh man, this Halley's Comet isn't a spaceship. I mean, they have Scientology, but again, that's just a straight cult, not a Doomsday one. I want to specifically talk about Doomsday cults. So the Branch Davidians, the People's Temple, the, what was the Halley's Comet one called, where they all wore the Nikes and drank that fatal mixture? Oh, I forget what their name was. I was just reading about them too. We had them, and then the Manson family, which technically I don't know why it's considered a Doomsday cult. But the weird thing about Doomsday cults is that none of them act like it's the end of the world. They all got the same mantra. That's why I don't classify the Manson family in this, because they kind of acted like it was the end of the world. They acted like there were no laws. Those people were wild. But a lot of these Doomsday cults, they all like eat strict diets. They let the leader sleep with everybody. So I mean, I guess it like benefits the leader. But the rest of them are like on this weird religious vow. Shut up. And you'd think that these Doomsday cults, right? They be living like they all get a bunch of land. Even the regular cults, they'll buy their own land. So they can basically have diplomatic immunity and run it like a little country, where as long as no one comes in, you know, they can get away with whatever they want. It's not until like the whistleblowers, the people who escape and leak what's going on, that the investigation starts. But they're all run really strict, and it's usually like an old white guy running shit, telling people what to do, and living like, not like it's the end of the world, but living in this chastity belt of life, where nobody's having fun. You figure if they bought a bunch of land, right? What would you do? Build an Olympic-sized pool your money, buy all the crypto you could, hopefully become a trillionaire, build the biggest water slide there ever was, right? You figure, you're like, the end of the world's coming. Let's build a water slide that might kill us. That we go down so fast that not only do you poop your pants, but the poop shoots up. Covers you, and then you hit the water so hard you die. Buy a bunch of exotic animals. You'd think Pablo Escobar was running the Doomsday cult. If you don't know about Pablo Escobar's Hippos, I guess the guy loved hippos, had more money than God, which again, it's not hard to do. God didn't carry any money. I don't know why people say, I don't know why I say that, more money than God. God had no money. In fact, God made, who was it, Peter? Take a coin out of a fish's mouth to pay taxes. That's right, Jesus paid taxes. Jesus even said, he was like, when they tried to trip him up and they were like, does the Son of God pay taxes? He was like, give to Caesar what is his and give to God what is his. And he baffled them. But God didn't carry money, so why do people say with more money than God? That's not hard to do. I'm broke and I got more money than God. Everybody here watching probably has more money than God. Unless you're negative money, which is a good case if you live in America, you might have negative money. But Pablo Escobar, right? This dude had more money than you could imagine. He imported hippos to Colombia. And now Colombia has a hippo infestation. They got a problem in Colombia with hippos, which is hilarious. If you don't know about that, read about it, okay? Maybe that's what I should do a YouTube video on. The Colombian, what was it, Cocaine Bear? They got cocaine hippos in Colombia. That's the sequel to Cocaine Bear, Cocaine Hippos. Shit, that's what I should title this live stream, get more viewers. If you just join it, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, talk in the chat to me, leave a comment. Make sure you hit that subscribe. To everybody who's been subscribing, thank you so much. It means the world to me. I'm glad you're joining the family. If you like a daily talk show, a guy that goes live on YouTube every day to talk about cocaine hippos, this is the place for you. Hit that subscribe button. And the notification bell, because I give you my word that I go live every weekday. I just can't give you my word on when. So I say hit the notification bell. And if I go live in the morning, you can join me. If I go live in the evening, you can join me. So hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. You don't want to miss talking about cocaine hippos. If you're just turned on to this, I'm telling you, you're going to have a great rest of the day. And if you're at work, use the word computer. Fuck work. Fuck that building. You know what I'm talking about. Stop pretending like you like work. Work sucks. Working to make rich people richer. Look up cocaine hippos and show everybody in the office. I got to make a YouTube video on it. That's it. I've decided. Because everybody needs to know about the Cocaine Hippos, the sequel to Cocaine Bear, Pablo Escobar's Cocaine Money Hippos. And now Colombia has a gosh darn hippo problem. It's an infestation, and they can't eradicate them. That's the funny thing. They're like, we've been killing these things left and right. What are you going to do? Eat hippo meat? No, you ain't eating hippo. In fact, a hippo might eat you. They're like the most dangerous animal in Africa, I think. They might be tied for first. I don't know. They're in the top 5, put it like that. I mean, and what I was talking about Doomsday's cults is like they're all living this life of chastity, except for the white old guy leader. Pablo Escobar was doing it right. Like if you're going to start a Doomsday cult, okay, and you're pooling your money together, because usually they get all the money, they get the donations, they get like an investor or funding. I don't know, do they have like venture capitalists invest? Can you do that? Maybe I'm in the wrong business. Maybe I need to find a venture capitalist to invest in a Doomsday cult. Not going to get much of a return, but I'll tell you what. I will buy illegal hyenas, import them into the U.S., and let them run wild. We have no wolf population anymore. I wonder if hyenas could make it here. Imagine that. And that's what I was getting at. That Pablo Escobar did a Doomsday cult right, even though he didn't have a Doomsday cult. He brought hippos to a place where they are not naturally found and let them infest the place. Like for many generations, Pablo Escobar's hippos will rule that area. Kids can't go swimming in them lakes. The government can't get them under control. That's a legacy, okay? Pablo Escobar has the greatest legacy out of anybody. That's right, Martin Luther King Jr. You had a dream. Beautiful. We respect it. But how many hippos did you have? None. I want to see somebody import... Uh-oh. That's a bad siren sound. Can we talk about that for a minute? That siren should make you want to pull over. That should be so deafening. It should be like one of them sonic weapons where it forces your car to the side. Be prepared for that in the future, folks. But if you're going to start a Doomsday cult, right? Import some hippos to your land. Buy land on a lake. I would buy land up... No, not New Hampshire. Probably in like Florida. Because in Florida, everything survives. People were getting ball pythons or boa constrictors or whatever. And now Florida's got an influx of them. In fact, they can't get rid of them and they're eating the crocodiles. I would start a Doomsday cult right outside of Disney World. I would buy as many hippos as I could. And I would set them free. What are they going to do? You believe it's the end of the world. This is all hypothetical entertainment only, folks. I feel like I got to say that. But it's been bugging me that these doomsday cults lived like prudes. Except for the Manson family. Again, I'm not commenting on them. I'm talking about the Halley's Comet people. The People's Comet, whatever they are. The Stargate Ship 1. I'm talking about the Branch Davidians, David Koresh, who is Vernon Howell. I think that's his real name. I'm talking about Jim Jones. Again, all old white dudes that just wanted to, like, grope people. They're gross. I'm talking about a cool doomsday cult. We should be starting cool doomsday cults. And I think the internet got rid of them. I think, like, once you could Google shit, people were like, oh, there's going to be a comet. There's a spaceship coming on the comet. We got to get on there. People Googled it and they were like, nah, I don't think so. Pretty sure the internet would have let me know that. So you can't be fooled as easily. But it doesn't mean there isn't cults. Like the Russell Brandians, there's a cult. There's a lot of cults around. The Joel Osteenians, those douchebags in Texas. The prosperity gospel people. That's a cult. That's a cult. Who knows? Maybe Jesus ordained all this. I don't know. I'm just saying, man. If you're going to do a doomsday cult, you do it like Pablo Escobar. You buy a crap ton of hippos. Where are you even buying hippos? That's an illegal trade I'd like to... I'm sure the dark web has it, but that is a question that I need to dig into. I have to make a video about this now because I'm obsessed. Because he was living La Vida Loca. Pablo Escobar was living the definition of La Vida Loca. So much money, they were like, what do you want to do, Pablo? You got money in the walls of your house. You're wiping your butt with money, man. What do you want to do? He's like, I want hippos. I want to look out, have my Colombian coffee, and see these massive tusked hippos swimming, chasing the little kids around the village. Fucking awesome. Dude, that's why he's so respected in Colombia. People were like, that man brought hippos. They chase us, but damn, we never seen hippos before. Now we got them. It's a local attraction. What would you bring? What animal? Leave it in the comments. If you had a doomsday cult, more money than God. Ain't hard to do. What animal? Think of a good one. I just love hyenas, so I'd love to get a hyena. A bunch of them. That'd be sick. Nobody would mess with your doomsday cult. You had a lot of land and they pulled up and there were hyenas barking at the gate. Nobody's coming in, okay? Or wild dogs. You ever seen a wild dog? I seen one at Disney World. They're so big. I didn't know they were so big. They was like, 6 foot tall, I think. I don't know. I didn't get close to it, but they look very big. That's what I would import. Some wild dogs. What's another sturdy animal? And you got to do it in Florida. Florida, I think, can tolerate this kind of wildlife, and they can breed. I think it's warmer. It's a tax haven. Animals will love it. All right. I don't know if you got any thought on what would be a ideal doomsday cult thing to do. Because when you read about them, when you watch a documentary about them, they're all boring. Oh, great. You're going to end your lives? Great. Do something cool, man. Try to bribe a basketball player, a referee, fix a Super Bowl, do something amazing. Have Rihanna play at your doomsday venue. Do something cool. Jesus. These doomsday cults are losers. And after like 1999, I don't know what happened. We didn't even have one for Y2K. There was no Y2K. You don't remember Y2K. The computers were going to shut the world down. People told me they were collecting cans in the basement. I said, we don't have a system based on computers yet. This is like pre-internet. Pre-World Wide Web. I mean, it was World Wide Web. It wasn't the internet, the Wi-Fi we have now. Anyways, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. I got a split, but I go live every weekday. We'll talk more about Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos. They are the coolest animals because they're not indigenous. All right, that's what we're gonna do. I gotta just find out if I can figure out like where he bought them from. Like, I guess when you're Pablo Escobar, you know a guy. You probably got a guy. Imagine flying them across the Atlantic. Who would take that job? God damn. All right. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, leave a comment. Peace.